I got a relationship question for today's episode, and ooh, it is juicy. I received an email and the question was pretty controversial, so I'm just going to give you a little disclaimer now. The question that I had today comes from Sam, and she writes, can spiritually mismatched marriages work? Are they unbiblical? As in Christian, non-Christian, two different faith systems, etc. Ooh, that is a deep topic. My answer to your question, Sam, is they probably won't work as well as you would like them to work. Nobody is telling you what to do with your life. That's your own discretion. That's your own choice. However, if you do want to take this to a biblical perspective, then you're going to want to turn to 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14. That states, do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have in darkness? So basically what this verse is trying to say is that you guys may have some things in common, but you're not going to have everything in common. And because of that, it's going to cause you guys to not have the best marriage that you could possibly have if you were with someone who shared the same faith. Consider it like this. If you feel very strongly about your faith, it is a very high value in your life. It's something that you stand for. It's something that you look for in a mate, in a spouse, and then you meet someone and you fall in love with them, and then you realize that they do not share the same faith, or you probably knew about it all along, and then you just chose to just go at it anyways, just to see if he will change his mind. Which, by the way, do not expect to change someone else's mind about their faith or belief simply because you're pretty. Now you're going to have a choice. You're going to be pulled in one direction, which is going towards your faith and your beliefs and what you hold is value and true to you. And then you're going to have this other direction for making sure that they feel comfortable, that they feel happy, and that they feel at ease with you in the relationship. So now you're unevenly yoked, you're unbalanced, because no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to feel complete in either or setting. You're going to feel uncomfortable in your spiritual side because you're leaving homie behind, or you're going to feel uncomfortable with your spouse because you're leaving God behind. So you really have to make a choice and understand what is most valuable to you, and if that's most valuable to you, then you're going to have to honor that from the very beginning. Before you get committed seriously into the realm of talking about marriage, you definitely want to have the conversation of, is this something that you hold valuable to you? If not, then you got to do some consideration of your own. You want to be connected with your marriage partner physically. You want to be connected with them emotionally. You want to make sure that they're your best friend. You want to make sure that you're also spiritually connected, because there's going to be times when you're going to look to your faith and you're going to want your spouse to look in the same direction. Because you won't have that, there's going to cause some strife or some separation or some just awkwardness between the two of you, which could ultimately affect your marriage. Think about in the future when you have kids or with your family. Where is that? How's that all going to play out? Are you going to raise your children according to your faith, or according to their faith, or according to no faith? Either way, someone's background is going to stop. It's going to stop where you are, and it's not going to go forward into future generations. You really have to consider, if this is something that is very near and dear to you, then you want to make sure that you present this from the beginning with those introductory conversations of, hey, how are you? Where are you from? What school did you go to? What are you into? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What is your belief like? Because once you ask those questions from the beginning, then you don't give your emotions and your feelings time to get deeply rooted, and therefore you can easily break it off before it's a little too late. So that's it. That concludes my Relationship Friday answer to your question, Sam. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope that you can find it useful moving forward in your future relationships. If anybody else wants to connect or comment, please do so below. You can also give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel right here if you have not done so already. If you want to learn more about Well Said Living, then I encourage you to go ahead and visit my website, www.wellsaidliving.com. There you're going to get all the details on my services, my background, what I have to offer, as well as some free gifts if you sign up for my newsletter. So I hope to see you there, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Until then, take care.